Let's talk about some masculine traits that can easily scare women away from you. Now, I know as a man, the society has made it look like a man should be a certain way and a man should behave a certain way. And in a relationship or in a marriage setting, society has also made it feel like a man should always be in control, should be in charge, should do this, should do that. Like even your friends around you will call you like a bitch if they feel like you're not in control of your home or you're not behaving a certain way that the society has, set a standard and say this is how men supposed to behave. So let's talk about some of these things that some men do, and it kind of repels women, or it actually does repel women. And that's why sometimes you start talking to a girl and she's not feeling it anymore, and she just calls off the engagement or wants to leave the marriage, or the relationship is just not working out for her. Let me tell you four masculine traits that women don't like in men. So keep watching. Hi, my name is IJ, and this is Real Talk with IJ. On Real Talk with IJ, you guys know how we do it here. We talk about all things love, sex, and relationship. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you leave. And if you're not already subscribed, I thank you so much. I see you guys. I really do appreciate you. So let's talk about the four masculine traits that women don't like. The very first, on the very top of my list, is the need to control. The need to control is something that a lot of you men need to work on. I know, like I said, the society has made you guys feel that a man needs to be in charge. You need to control. You need to boss around people. Your wife needs to be in check. She needs to be under you. Your children needs to fear you. All of that. It doesn't really have to work like that. Okay, you want to be respected, you don't want to be feared. A lot of African parents make this mistake. Actually, the kids are always afraid of the fathers, why they respect and love their mom, but they are always afraid of the fathers because the society have made it look like men need to be in power and show too much control and put fear in the wife or the children, or just in general in your relationship. You want to make your woman feel like you are in control. Like when you say something, she needs to fidget and she needs to be like, doesn't work like that. A lot of women will just leave you if you're too controlling. If you're too controlling, it proves that you're really insecure. It proves that you don't even have trust. It proves a lot of things if you're really controlling. Like you're just doing too much. Okay, so if you're someone who is always wanting to control every situation around you, or wanting to always be in charge and make sure that it's whatever you say that is the final say, a lot of women will frown at that and they're going to say no to you. So maybe this is one reason why a lot of women are not giving you chance to make the relationship work out. So don't listen to the society. You don't always have to be in control. You don't, or sometimes you need to just allow other people lead while you watch and follow. So if you're always that power puff person, you need to calm down. Secondly, you know how men will say, oh, boys will be boys and every man cheats, and I'm a man, I can marry multiple wives. I mean, if it's your religion, if it's something that is if it's something that's acceptable in where your country you're from, or your region, or your religion, that's perfectly fine. But make sure that person's daughter that you're trying to wife, make sure she knows from the onset that boys will be boys and men cheat. Make sure she knows that boys will be boys and men are allowed to marry more than one wife. And if she agrees to that, that's perfectly fine. You can go on with this marriage of yours, or go on with the relationship. But a lot of women now do not want to share. Okay, a lot of women don't like the idea that boys will be boys, that men will cheat. And I mean, it's not even really how, I mean, I don't want to go deep into this, but like, it doesn't even tell that you are a matured man. It doesn't really tell that you are a gentleman if you have to keep multiple women. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're playing it safe and using condoms and whatnot. There's nothing sexy about a man who is just jumping from one woman to another. There's nothing sexy in that man. But you see that one man that keeps that woman and loves and worships her, and she returns that love, like reciprocates that love to him. There's nothing as sexy as seeing a sweet, happy couple. So women don't like men who always say boys will be boys and men will always cheat, and you know how it goes. So nah, women don't like that. That's one masculine trait that's just really plain annoying. Thirdly, and this one I need to hammer on it because a lot of you are just wicked. Like, how do you guys come up with this idea that men are not supposed to do anything in the house? You cannot do the laundry, you cannot clean the house, you cannot do the dishes, you cannot fold the children's clothes, you cannot cook. Like, you can't do anything because you are a man. You go to work in the morning with your woman, she goes to work also, you guys come back at the same time, and she's running around the kitchen trying to fix your meal, trying to do this, and you just sit on the couch with a bottle of beer and you're watching the game, bruh. So will it kill you to, go to the kitchen and help her make things, hurry things up so that she can also have proper rest, like you're having rest? In my previous video, I made a point. I said this also in my previous video where I said you always want your woman to give you sex, but you never help her with the household chores so that she can be less tired when it's time to do the needful in the bed. So you need to help, you need to assist. I mean, it is really sweet and a really gentleman thing to offer to help your wife with the house chores, or your girlfriend or your fiance with the house chores. There's nothing manly about you just sitting on the couch and watching her stress herself and sweat while she's doing all the strenuous things, or even if it's the smallest things in the house, where you could just pick up a rag and just clean the house or something. Like, come on, this is, I don't know if it's would I say it's a new generation thing or it's an old generation thing, like, but guys, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and know that it's somebody's daughter, it's somebody's child, it's your wife, it's your girlfriend that you're putting through so much stress, where you could just stand up and make it a bit less stressful for her. So if you're someone who just feels like a man should never do anything around the house, a man should never touch anything around the house, it's a woman's duty to take care of the home, bruh, you lie. Okay, you really lie, and that's not how it should work. You should be a gentleman, you should be a sweetheart, you should be a lover to help your wife do or move a thing or two in the house, fix the home. After all, it's your home also. Last but not the least is always wanting to get your way with when it comes to having sex with your partner. Like, yeah, I know it's your wife, I know, yeah, your fiance, I know, I mean, you're always honey and you're always hot and you always want to have this thing, but really taking it aggressively, taking it anytime you want. I remember making a post, I think last year on TikTok, where I said, if you are married to a woman and you ask her to have sexual intercourse and she says she's not in the mood and you force yourself on her, it's rape. Whether you're married to her, whether you paid her dowry, whatever the case is, as long as there's no consent, as long as she didn't say yes, as long as you forced your way in, you raped your wife. Yes. So if you're that kind of man that has that mentality that it's your property, she's my property, you objectify your woman. You make her feel like you can use her as an object whenever you want it. So whenever you are honey, you feel you can always get it. And if she doesn't give it to you, there's going to be fire on the mountain. It's just plain stupid behavior. It's just plain rude. It's just plain annoying. It's just, yes, you are a bad person if you're doing this, and this repels a lot of women. Like, it makes women lose interest completely in sex. It makes your woman only give you like sex when you want it, not because she wants it. So she no longer hungers for it, she no longer craves for your touch, she no longer stays and thinks of you and feel romantic and all that. No, she only gives sex to you because you're going to make too much problem when she doesn't give it to you, and you kill the urge for your woman if you keep objectifying her and making her feel like you want this when you want it and she has no say in it. So these are four masculine traits that repels a lot of women, and you guys should work on it. If you know you behave in any of these ways, it's not sexy, it doesn't tell that you're a gentleman, and there's still time for you to work on it and make your relationship the best. So thank you for staying to the end of this video, guys. I really do appreciate you. I see all of your subscriptions, I see all of your comments, and I try to reply to everybody. Before you leave, you're subscribed, make sure you click on that subscribe button and make sure you give this video a thumbs up before you leave. I will see you in my next video. Stay living life and go be better, man. Okay, and bye for now. Mwah. Mwah.